Welcome to the December issue of MCUL's Priority Report. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from everyone at the League and CU Solutions Group. We thank you for your continued affiliation and engagement that helps us accomplish so much together on behalf of the credit union movement. The commitment you've shown in 2019 to community reinvestment initiatives, financial education, and providing nearly 5.5 million Michiganders access to affordable financial services makes a huge difference in the lives of the people we serve. We know because over 500 people in Michigan and over 12,000 nationally join a credit union every day of the year. MCUL and CUNA look forward to helping credit unions serve, grow, and remain strong by building on that momentum in 2020. By now, you should have received your affiliation packet for next year, and as you review it, we strongly encourage your continued support for the League and for the Credit Union National Association. We're proud of your affiliation and engagement, and we work hard to honor that trust every day. The affiliation with both the MCUL and CUNA makes our entire credit union movement stronger. We also ask you to consider a full fair share contribution to the CU Link Cooperative Awareness Campaign. Our critically important advocacy efforts are enhanced greatly by promoting the credit union difference to lawmakers, their staff, to community leaders, and of course to consumers and small business owners all across the state of Michigan and nationally. Your affiliation also brings you and your team access to high-quality education and information offerings, a robust suite of fee-based solutions, great compliance and risk offerings, and tremendous opportunities for networking with the credit union community. So thanks in advance for your continued support. Now I want to give you an update on our current goals before the year ends, as well as a look ahead to 2020. Starting with advocacy, working with CUNA, MCUL, and credit union advocates continue to educate members of our congressional delegation on our federal and state legislative priorities. As you may recall, over the past few months, we've experienced several significant victories in the U.S. House of Representatives. We had the passage of the Stopping Bad Robocalls Act, the Safe Banking Act, the Corporate Transparency Act, and finally passage of the Counter Act, which makes reforms to the Bank Secrecy Act. Unfortunately, which is often the case, the Senate has yet to consider those bills, and with just a few weeks remaining in 2019, it's looking like they will carry over to 2020. We'll continue to keep you updated on any further movement, but your continued engagement in 2020 is going to be vitally important for continuing to advance these pieces of legislation as well as others. MCUL and CUNA have been working to build support for legislation to modernize the Federal Credit Union Act as well, and those efforts will continue next year. I'm also pleased to announce that Senators Dan Sullivan from Alaska and Mazie Hirono from Hawaii have introduced the Senate version of the Veterans Members Business Loan Act. This is a bill that would exempt business loans made to veterans from the member business lending cap for credit unions. The MCUL has contacted our two senators, Stabenow and Peters, to educate them on this issue and to urge them to co-sponsor that legislation. Finally, I want to stress the importance of educating our federal officials on the credit union tax exempt status. This is especially important in light of recent attacks by the ICBA and ABA on credit unions. During a House Financial Services Committee recently, as an example, a few members of the committee posed questions to our NCUA Chairman Rodney Hood and to FDIC Chairwoman Jelena McWilliams about credit unions acquiring banks. There have only been a few of these transactions across the country, several of them occurring in Michigan. And the questions were asked whether the two regulators thought credit unions should continue to enjoy their tax-exempt status and if they should be subject to the Community Reinvestment Act in light of these transactions that occur to help credit unions grow and serve consumers all across the country. Now, this certainly isn't the first time that these kinds of questions have been asked, nor will it be the last, but we have to work harder together to educate all of our congressional delegation and to work with our sister leagues to do the same, to educate and inform so that they can reject the false narrative that banks are putting forward. We have had personal conversations with NCUA Chairman Rodney Hood and key members of the House Financial Services Committee on this topic, and in future meetings with our whole delegation, we're going to need to inform and educate regarding the positive public benefits of these transactions and refute the bankers' false arguments about them. Now shifting to the state side, our lawmakers continue to focus on the budget and potential supplemental budget for fiscal year 2020. And as a result of this continued focus, the majority of legislation, including data breach, elder abuse, uniform assignment of rents, and payday legislation, continue to be in the early stages and a bit stalled. Now, in a recent Lansing victory, military account as sheet legislation was unanimously voted out of the Senate Families, Veterans, and Seniors Committee and off the Senate floor. The legislation creates a timeline of 5 years for escheating dormant account funds to the state for all active duty military, regardless of where they're stationed. Currently, credit unions are required to verify whether these members who are on active military duty are overseas or on U.S. soil to determine when to escheat those dormant accounts to the state. The legislation will allow active duty military members the benefit of 5 years before their dormant account funds are escheated, regardless of whether they are serving at home or abroad. So that's important legislation for our men and women in the military that we serve. So on the regulatory compliance front, be on the lookout for some changes to MCUL's website for compliance resources and information. The League offers the best compliance, regulatory, and advocacy resources that are available, and we're working hard to bring all of this together in an easier to navigate format through our website that will include our InfoSite portal, the Policy Pro Model Policies Library, of course our compliance and vendor management products called Affirmex, ComplySite, and CU Vendor Management, and a growing suite of other risk management and compliance tools. We're also working through a number of requests for comment from the NCUA and USDA. USDA has issued an interim final rule specific to hemp with a request for public comment. We're currently reviewing the rule to identify any points of impact to the financial services industry, and we'll be watching the NCUA and potential amendments to its recent hemp banking guidance. Now, earlier this month, MCUL hosted a group of credit union leaders in our Lansing office to discuss cannabis examination guidance. The idea behind this was to submit to both DIFS and NCUA details regarding what kind of guidance the industry would like to have from DIFS and NCUA going forward. The examination task force has wrapped up its survey as well, so be on the lookout for this in the coming weeks. Your feedback is important as we continue to work with DIFS and NCUA for improving the industry's supervision and examination processes. Now turning to our consumer awareness priority, we learned from recent research that Michigan's credit unions are highly satisfied with the Open Your Eyes to a Credit Union campaign that we do in conjunction with CUNA. With that, we have secured the partnership again for 2020 to use that theme with ads that we create and enhance here in Michigan. This year's consumer research is helping to refine our messaging so that we can continue to move the needle in Michigan for membership growth and share of wallet. More credit unions are also integrating, using funds that we provide and their own funds to integrate their own brands with the Open Your Eyes campaign, and we encourage more credit unions to do so. There actually is a huge value proposition here, especially for small asset size credit unions, to tag ads and tie into your own branding with the Open Your Eyes ads. Larger credit unions have understood this for some time, but now we need to make a bigger push with our very large number of small asset size credit unions to help them understand this value proposition. Now, through November, the campaign continues to reach millions of targeted consumers in our state and all across the country. In the coming weeks, CUNA will launch campaigns in the states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, which will bring the total number of states to 17 running this advertising, including Michigan. So thank you so much for your support for the Cooperative Advertising Campaign, and please take advantage of these opportunities to tie into your own credit union marketing efforts. Now a word about our foundation. In addition to funding statewide financial education initiatives, the Michigan Credit Union Foundation has been helping credit unions across the state with their own community reinvestment projects this year. 22 grants totaling nearly $90,000 have already been awarded for this. And let me give you a couple of examples. 2 of these grants are helping to bring children's savings account programs to families in the Jackson and Muskegon school districts. These automatic enrollment accounts are dedicated to post-secondary education costs and are combined with in-class financial education conducted by the credit unions. Now, the Enhanced Financial Counseling Certification Program of the Foundation provides training, and this is wrapping up this month, and I want to say congratulations to the 91 credit union employees who completed that training this year through the foundation. They're now better equipped to help members in need of basic financial counseling. More than 700 Michigan credit union employees have participated in this program since it began in 2010. And the Michigan Credit Union Foundation plans to continue offering the program to help make an impact in communities all across the state. Now, moving on to education, we want to take this end-of-year opportunity to commend each and every credit union for their understanding of the importance of board and staff development through education and networking. Furthermore, we want to thank those who chose the Michigan Credit Union League and CUNA as valued, trusted partners for such important training, networking, and insights. And as we look ahead to the coming year, the League and CUNA once again continue to be positioned to deliver the information and networking that will help credit unions be successful. Check out our calendars for 2020. We look forward to serving credit unions large and small with great niche events for boards, executives, and staff. Now for an update from CU Solutions Group. Among the mobile banking offerings from our technology division, work is wrapping up on lending platforms, QCash and Access Softtech for short-term small dollar lending solutions offered by credit unions, and personal finance management services like enhanced P2P services. Single sign-on access and lightweight account integration will be consistent features of our suite of technology services next year. Now, with marketing solutions, we expect the Sprint program to continue to grow as the holiday shopping season gets into full swing. This will be amplified by Sprint retail stores' ability to promote affinity offers. If you've wondered how such a partner offers increased member satisfaction and engagement, we'd be happy to share our most recent compelling data. For credit unions already offering the TurboTax program, now is the perfect time to begin promoting the benefits of this TurboTax online offer to your members. And in the Love My Credit Reward Partner Center, you'll find marketing materials and other helpful assets to help you with that. As the year winds down, credit unions are evaluating their employee performance software. And we've integrated the Performance Pro product from our Performance Solutions division with partner software products like payroll software and learning management solutions to help credit unions with a full suite of employee development products. Other features soon to be added include a feedback module that makes it easier to log informal feedback notes throughout the year, engagement surveys and data analytics, and on-screen click-by-click instructions for staff and management. If there are other features you'd like to see, we want to hear from you as client credit unions. And don't forget to check out our new Planning Pro product to help your credit union with strategic and operational plan metric tracking. Now, the fourth quarter saw the addition of the newest risk management tool to our strategic advisory services, a new company called CU Risk Intelligence that owns the Affirmex and ComplySite compliance products, is expanding to include our CU vendor management product as well as other risk management solutions in the future. And please consider our Governance product as a resource to enhance and improve your credit union board governance policies. So our strategic advisors can also help you get the most out of all of these products and help you with your strategic planning and board governance needs. Now, thanks for joining us for another issue of Priority Report. Once again, I'm proud of everything the Michigan credit union community has been able to achieve in 2019 once again. And on behalf of the League, CUNA, and CU Solutions Group, I'm excited to collaborate with so many dedicated leaders and volunteers once again in 2020 as we continue to make a difference together. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team if you have questions. This brief video update is accompanied by a more detailed priority report that will give further information on all the issues that I've covered. So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and here's to even more progress in 2020 as we work together to impact lives through this wonderful credit union movement that we're all so passionate about.